ass role the whole time on the show, and like you have this script right here in front of us, and Nyan, why don't you talk about our sponsor, and I'll be like closing banter. I just read it all, you know.
I think we're live. Let's see our faces.
Outro.
Something to prove.
Welcome, Tulsa Music Stream. This is episode 44. We are going to be interviewing Britt Lightning of Vixen, the guitar player.
Goddess.
Yes, and first and foremost, please share on Facebook all your favorite groups, all your favorite pages.
Recording in progress.
There
don't
you
worry
go.
about that.
And we make sure you record. Make sure you share and tag all your friends and everything. Let's get some people in here so they can hear her story. We are on YouTube. We are on Twitter. And so if you want to go to some other platforms, go ahead and check that out and hit subscribe on YouTube. We would really appreciate that. So anyway, it's going to be a great show, and it's going to be, it's like this week of Lady Rock.
Yeah, no doubt.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like it a lot. How's guys' week going
I'm sure
so far?
you do.
I do.
I'm sure you do. I mean, you should like it.
Fly that flag.
No, yeah. My
What?
week's going good. How about you?
It's great, man.
It's great. It's perfect. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
We started off the show unexpectedly. I guess we were live and didn't even know it.
and we
Yeah.
were cracking jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. I got
Yeah.
a good cry out of it.
That was a blooper reel right there,
Yeah.
right off the bat. I mean, that just figures. It's a little crazy around here. We mentioned last stream we're trying to sell the stream room, as well as the rest of the house surrounding it, so we can go to a bigger stream room. And actually, it probably won't be a bigger one, but it'll be a better one. So anyway, we've got all kinds of irons in the fire right now. But like these guys said, we've got Britt Lightning from Vixen come up. She is actually ready to come on as we speak. I'm going to get her in here, and we'll make sure the audio is connected. Okay, she is connecting to audio. Hi, Britt.
Hi, how are you?
Great. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, can you hear me?
We can.
We can. There you
Yeah.
are.
It's the closer.
It is the closer joining us tonight. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. I'm here in the Lake of the Ozarks right now. Just
Yeah.
got in.
Wow, that's right.
You've got a couple shows coming up this weekend with it's Slaughter and Queensryche this weekend. Is that correct?
You got it. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. I've never been out here before, so this is fun.
Awesome. So you're there a few days early before those shows even start. So are you guys? We're gonna hit all facets of your career, because in your young career you have already accomplished a lot and some very amazing things. Off the bat, though, let's find out what all's going on in the Vixen camp. We know you have these shows coming up. Do you have a full slate of shows lined up for the entire fall?
We have a busy fall. We have a lot more that are coming up too that haven't been announced. We have a show coming up in Oklahoma. We've got Iowa. We've got a lot of Midwest and East Coast states for the rest of the fall through the end of October. I know we've got one in Detroit. I'm trying to think of what else we have.
Lawton. You're coming to Lawton, right?
Yes.
Oklahoma.
How far is that from you guys? Not like a couple hours, right?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
I've walked it before.
He was hitchhiking.
He had to walk home one
Are
night.
you going to walk it again? That's the big question.
Hey, starving musicians do a lot of crazy stuff.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and let's mention, while we're talking about that, the people in our neck of the woods can see Vixen in Lawton, Oklahoma on October 16th with Slaughter at the Apache Casino. So that's exciting. But continue with what you were saying. So you guys have a full slate of shows lined up, and
we've got that Monsters on the Mountain show in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. That's going to be great. That's kind of like Monsters of Rock cruise type thing, since we missed it this year.
Right.
We've got a show coming up in Puerto Rico, a festival. We've got a show. What else do we have? A lot of casinos, a lot of festivals. So it's going to be fun. Yeah.
Those casino
forward to-
gigs are the good ones. You get the good rooms and the good food. And
Exactly. You get the meal vouchers. You get the good crew.
Yes, we know. We do know.
The
We
meal
know.
vouchers.
We know very well.
yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
We do know that you'll be in January at Rock Island Fest, and me and her will be there.
Yes, we can't wait to see
All
you down
right.
there.
That's going to be a party. I can't wait to go to there. I mean, who doesn't like Key West?
70
kidding.
degrees, 70 like mid 70 degrees
In January.
Yeah, in January. You can't beat
it.
that.
Can't beat it
Nope.
at all. So tell us a little bit now. What is the status? What are the current goings on with? Are you guys attempting to put out a new Vixen album?
We are attempting. We've been attempting for a little while. We are still working on it. COVID has kind of just put a little wrench in our plans because we like to all get together in person, and we live all over the country, all in different, four corners of the states. So getting together has been tough, but we've been sending a lot of stuff back and forth, and I hope to have at least a few singles done with everybody by the end of the year. We hope to record something, if not the full album by the end of the year, definitely couple singles. So that's the plan so far.
Right. And this would be the first Vixen album in over a decade. Is that correct?
Well, we had the live album that came out in 2018, I think. But yeah, it's been a while for a studio album. So we really need to do that. I'm really looking forward to that.
Sure. Well,
I know that you also are like recently or something last year, you were like became a director of Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp or something like that.
Yes, that has been keeping me very busy too. Yes, and we had some camps lined up for this fall. However, with COVID, with the new variant and everything like that, we decided to move everything to 2022. But we're kicking it off early. January 6th to 9th is the first camp in Florida, also with Dave Mustaine of Megadeth, Nico McBrain of Iron Maiden, Steve Morse from Deep Purple, and Richie Faulkner of Judas Priest. So that's going to be super fun. Then after that, we have an all women's camp, which is going to be awesome. Ladies only, and we've got Melissa Etheridge, Orianthi, Kathy Valentine from the Go-Go's, Nancy Wilson of Heart, so that's going to be amazing. We've got a Joe Perry camp coming up with Vernon Reid and Tico Torres of Bon Jovi.
Wow.
And we got two more. Hold on. All right. We've got the Scorpions and the Queensryche and Sebastian Bach coming up. That one's going to be in Vegas. And then we just announced the new one last week with Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains.
Oh, see, that'd be good.
That's
That'd be
awesome.
a good one.
So how does one become a director or, I guess, chosen to do this?
I am the chosen one.
Right? They know that you're going to do all the hard work,
She's
right?
the closer and the chosen
That's
one.
right.
The chosen.
No, you know what I did? I was a counselor at one of the rock camps before the pandemic, and I just loved it. And I just hit it off with David Fishoff, the founder of the whole thing, and we excited each other with different ideas and stuff like that. He's very motivated and very driven and passionate, and so we just kind of hit it off energetically and just started working together and planning ideas. And so I just kind of took on more and more responsibility, and it's been a blast. And it really helped me get through COVID too, because we were really busy doing these online master classes with rock stars since we couldn't have the live camps. So we actually I hosted over 150 online master classes Zoom with people like Roger Daltrey, Alice Cooper, but then we had managers and industry people like Jason Flom, Lava Records, and Shep Gordon, and so it was really cool. So it's been keeping me busy, to say the least. I've been busy.
Speaking of the COVID, you talk about recording a new album. Is it going to be an old school in the studio kind of recording thing, or is it going to be something where you send files to each other? Because you guys have been around each other all this time anyway, so you guys, I'm just curious.
Yeah. No, we are it's old school all the way. Yeah, we got to be all together doing it live. Yeah, that's the way it's going to be for sure. That's why it's taking us so long, everyone.
You're not doing that part right.
Yeah. We're not going to phone it in. We're not sending it in. We're going to do it live together, all together.
Good.
That is really cool. Boy, that's refreshing. I'm going to jump around a little bit. We're going to delve into how you got started on the guitar and some of the things that you have done, which have been amazing. But one thing that is really neat about you is you got a degree in music business, which, in my opinion, that puts you so far ahead of the game of so many other musicians who don't have that well-rounded view of the music industry and how vicious it can really be. Talk a little bit about your decision to get that degree, what you've learned from it, and maybe some of the pitfalls that people can watch out for in the music business.
Sure. So, I started off getting that degree unwillingly. I grew up in Boston, so I wanted to go to Berklee School of Music naturally and, study guitar. But my parents thought that was not a great idea. They were not into it. They're not musicians, and they ran their own business. So they were like, you need, if you're going to be like paying to go to school, you need to get a real degree. That's what they said, real degree. Sorry for everybody watching this. I do believe a guitar degree is also a real degree, but they were like, you need a backup plan basically. Sure. And they were like, Jimi Hendrix, that's exactly what my dad said, direct quote. Did Jimi Hendrix go to Berklee? And I said, no. Did Santana go to Berkeley? No. He's like, well, then you're not going to Berkeley. If you're going to be a rock star, you'll figure it out.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyways, I ended up going to Northeastern, and I chose that school because they had just started a music industry program, which I thought was really cool. And they had a co-op program. So I started working. You do like one semester of work. And so I worked for Live Nation as a booking assistant. So that helped me learn a lot too from that angle. And I think one of the most important classes that I took was copyright law, and just it was a whole law class basically. And, people think you don't, need to understand contracts and stuff like that when you're a musician because managers or somebody else will do it, but you need to understand all of that. And I think that is huge. And I mean, just even when you go in, if you're filming something, you got to read what you're signing, you got to understand legal language. I think that was huge. And that's been a big help.
Do you think one of the biggest mistakes that artists make is not retaining their own publishing rights? Yeah,
I think that's huge. Yeah.
And a lot of bands from the 80s, they kind of blew it on that in that front, didn't they?
I know. It's a shame. It's sad because it's like, the artists work so hard and stuff like that. But that's why it's important to just know everything. Being a musician is a business.
Yes.
It's not just fun. You have to treat it like a business. Having a band is a business. There's money coming in and out. If there's money coming in and out, that's, it's a working business and you have to treat it like one.
Very good. Very good.
During all of my all things Vixen research this week, I found out something that I never knew, and that was that Richard Marx wrote Edge of Broken Heart. I never knew that. And he said that he didn't have any kind of regrets after that, after Vixen turned it into a hit. And he said he never had any regrets because he wrote it for Vixen or whatever. But then later on, I found out that he closed with that song, which was pretty awesome.
Wow.
But I mean, you recently have said that, or in an interview, you said that you wanted to write songs not only for yourself, you wanted to write a hit song if it was for yourself and for others. And then I came across that Richard Marx thing. Is that something you still are looking forward to doing?
You mean collaborating with other writers?
Well, writing songs for other people, yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love to write, and I love to write, with somebody for, with an idea in mind, like, oh, this sounds like, I'm going to write a song for a band that sounds like this, or for this person. So, I think that's super fun. I love the whole creative process. So, I definitely enjoy that. And I like work. You find when you work with other people and different energies, different things come out of you too. So it inspires new things. So I think it's always good to write with as many people as possible.
I know you've answered this question probably a ton, but when we first brought you on, Scott referred to you as the closer, and that was the nickname that you were given by Lady Gaga when you tried out for her. You didn't get the gig, but obviously you made quite an impression on her. For those who don't know the story, tell us a little bit about that experience, and would you say that was your springboard into, your opportunities with these Latin artists that just really got you out there?
Yeah, definitely. So I had my own bands always prior to that audition. And then it's just really hard running your own band when you're not making much money. You're playing out 4 or 5 nights a week, and there's like interband quarrels, and there's always just stuff, right? And you're booking your own gigs and stuff. So I just kind of got sick of the whole thing. And a friend of mine said, he was a guitar tech, and he said, there is such a thing as just playing guitar. So if that's what you love and you don't love all this other stuff of running a band, you can just play guitar. You can actually go audition for a band and get hired as a hired gun to just, you plug in, you play, and that's all you do. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that sounds amazing.
Right.
And so he was like, yeah, Lady Gaga actually has an open call audition I just heard about next weekend. You should go. That would be great for you. And I was like, cool. So I went, not knowing really anything. I had never auditioned, so I was very scared. Mm-hmm. And it was like an open call. She was replacing her whole band. So there were bass players, drummers, backup singers, dancers, guitarists, everything. And I didn't expect anything, but I got the call back, and then I got another call back and another one, and it went on for almost a week. Mm-hmm. And the last few days we performed in front of her. She was there, and we were on a sound stage, with the whole band kind of working parts out and things. And it was interesting because she like this was a weird thing. She stopped in the middle of once and was like, Britt, I need to talk to you. And I was like so nervous because I was thinking, did I screw that up? I don't think I did. I thought I played it right. So I like walked down the stage and she's like, I think it'd be great if you wore kitchen appliances, just like everywhere. And, you'd be cool with that. And I was like, like that's an odd request. Nobody's ever asked for that before. That's a first. Wow. So, but I was like, sure, yeah. And then she was like, and I think you're gonna have to shave your head too. And there's all these like funny things trying to like psych you out, I guess.
Wow.
But anyway, so that was interesting. But yes, needless to say, I got to the final round there and didn't end up getting it. Maybe because I didn't shave my head. No, I don't know.
Would have you done that? Had she hired you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I don't think that would be a good look.
I wouldn't do it either.
It's like, say, Lady Gaga, can I wear a stocking cap?
Yeah, definitely. There has to be a workaround. Yeah, that can't be the be all end all.
Right.
But from that, I was super bummed and I was like, oh, maybe I should just give up because obviously I'm not good enough. Initially you go through those.
Right.
Emotions. And then a few months passed and I got a call, from another musician that was auditioning that had seen me at that audition and found my contact info and knew of Alejandro Sanz, who was looking for a new guitar player. And he was mentioning that he'd love to have a female guitar player. He never had one before. And so he was like, yeah, you were the first person to come to mind. And would you be interested? And I was like, hell yeah.
Wow.
And and then from that, I got to play with Rachel Platten and some other pop artists, and everything just kind of came from that one audition. Really, I could trace it all back to that.
Wow.
So the moral of the story there is just you never know who's watching. You never know. You can't give up hope because anything can happen. It's like if I knew all I had to do was just wait a few more months and I'd get great news, I wouldn't have been so down on myself. But you learn.
You do.
Sure. It all goes into making you what you eventually become.
That's right.
So I want to ask you about your Old Man Jaded and your 2006 Europe tour in support of W.A.S.P.
Yeah.
How was that? That
was super fun. That was my first time touring in Europe, and we had a blast. We bussed around the whole, all of Spain, and we were in Ireland and England and I think some other places that I'm not remembering. But it was a blast. And and we had a great time. W.A.S.P. was really fun. We had great crowds. I love playing overseas. I mean, the fans over there are the best. Yeah. And I remember clearly every time I think about that tour, the first thing that comes to mind is our Spinal Tap moment where we were playing the Astoria in London and we got so lost backstage. I don't know what happened, but there were doors everywhere and we kept walking into closets thinking it was going to be the stage and we couldn't find anybody that worked there. And we were just like walking in and out of doors aimlessly, freaking out like, where do we go? We're stuck. But yeah, that was a blast.
And Blackie Lawless was a good guy to you guys?
He was nice. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. No
That's
horror
good.
stories.
That's
cool. No.
So we know you joined Vixen in 2017 and please correct me if I'm wrong. At that time, Janet Gardner was still the vocalist. Is that correct? How was your relationship with her? Did you enjoy working with her?
I did. She's awesome. She's super talented. Her voice is incredible. She's great energy. The whole band, it felt like a family. Like everybody just has a great relationship. There's no drama. Everybody jives well on stage and off stage. Janet's great. Yeah. And the new stuff she's working on with her husband is awesome too. So I'm really happy for her.
That's cool. Lorraine certainly does a fantastic job herself. The new lineup, the current lineup is fantastic. Everybody enjoys it. I had the pleasure of meeting Jan Kuhneman. We actually opened for her. Golly, I don't think it was too many years before she passed away. But she was a super sweet lady. I don't know if you ever had the chance to meet her. I'm guessing maybe you didn't, or did you?
You know what? I did. I
cool.
actually did. And just recently, my friend found the photo he took of us together.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was a while ago. It was like mid 2000s, I think. And it was at in New York or in Connecticut. No, it was at the Hartford, the Webster Theater in Hartford, Connecticut. That's where it was. And yeah, so I had gone to see her with her band at the time, different version, different lineup. And yeah, I didn't really talk to her much, but I took a quick picture with her. And I had also played open for her at a festival in Seattle a couple years prior, but I did not meet her at that time. So
Oh,
Okay.
wow. That was
Yeah.
kind of cool because we got to open up for, that was a different lineup because it was her I guess her lineup with, a different singer.
Yeah.
And then we opened up with you with your lineup now, which was really cool back at the IDL. And we just recently had to shut down the IDL ballroom.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Yeah, we were bummed
I
out.
wanted to go to that final show. That looked fun. That was a good.
Oh, that was
It was
a
so
blast.
great. It
Yeah,
was
for
so
sure.
much fun. We had such a great time. Most definitely. Yeah, do you guys have? I wanted to let you know that your friend Denise. I don't know if you. Of course, you know Denise Dossing. She wanted us to make sure we said hey to you in here.
yeah, there's actually a lot of people in the chat room
There
right now
are.
asking a lot of questions and
Yes.
saying a lot of
What
comments.
do you
It says,
got?
Britt looks so young to have so many different projects under her belt. Lots of energy. Awesome. That's from a Leslie Bailey Allred.
That's sweet.
All right. Thanks, Leslie.
And I want to interject while he's going through the comments. I got to meet Jan. Your spirit and her spirit are very similar because you know how it is. Sometimes you meet rock stars, and you are a rock star, and you can tell that they're going through the motions and putting up with their fans. You can tell that it's kind of bugging. But some of you guys are just genuinely sweet and engaging and seem interested in in engaging with your fans for a couple minutes. She was that way, and you're that way, and I want you to know how much those of us on this side of things appreciate that attitude. That's really sweet.
Oh, well, thank you for saying that. Well, I've always appreciated that too, growing up and meeting, idols. And I was that girl in the, line at the, guitar store for the clinic with Zach Wilde with my guitar, wanting him to sign it and stuff. So, I mean, and the worst thing is you meet your idol and he's a jerk or something, and you're just, oh man, like that's such a bummer. So, I mean, I always remember people being nice to me and how important that was to me. So yeah, you can't forget that. And plus you're so lucky to have people that want to meet you. I mean, I'm so lucky to do what I do. I'm grateful every day. So
For sure.
yeah.
That's a great attitude. Scott, do you have more questions?
I have a question from in the chat room from Jerry Crittenden. He says, question, when will Vixen play Oklahoma City show? And we already brought up Lawton. So
Yeah, that's the closest we have right now on the books, but hopefully we'll play Oklahoma City soon. There's a lot of places we want to play right now, but things are a little slow still with booking with COVID. So promoters are, people are edgy and working on eggshells kind of. So
Talk about
we'll
the way that it's different now, during the pandemic, as far as like you guys do meet and greets still, stuff like that.
Yeah, actually, we did our first meet and greet behind plexiglass
wow.
last week in Ohio. Yeah, it was interesting.
That's
but
that's got to feel weird.
It was weird, but we could take pictures and not have to have our masks on, so it worked. But we're so, and we are engaging. Like I like to just hug people that I meet. I'm a hugger, and I like to just really connect with somebody. So
Yes.
having to keep the distance and not really being able to show how, appreciative you are to meet somebody is difficult. But, I'd still rather do plexiglass and masks and all that than not at all. So
Absolutely. Right. James Derrick says, what do you do in your time off?
Well,
do you have time off?
Barely. Well, rock camp stuff, I'm always working on that. And then, when we're not playing, I love traveling. So I actually did come here a day early because I'm going to explore some caves, caverns
Awesome.
and stuff
Yeah.
out there. So I love nature stuff. Yeah, I love to hike. I love the ocean. I love exploring, traveling. I'm also going to hit a whiskey distillery. I love whiskey. That's, those kind of things. I like to paint. I love to ride horses. I love to fish. What else do I like to do? I love classic cars. I go to a lot of car shows.
Cool.
I like to target shoot. I love all activities, really.
Wow.
I'm
You're
into
my kind of
activities.
girl. That's fun stuff right there. That's really cool.
Now, I know that you recently said that you play Charvel guitars, but I've seen a lot of pictures with you playing different types of guitars now. And Dustin Little in the chat room says, what's your go-to guitar?
Yes, my go-to guitar. Well, I love Les Pauls, so I have a lot of Les Pauls.
There you go.
With Vixen, I like to do, whammy bar stuff. So I do have one Les Paul with the Floyd Rose, but I also have a custom Jackson that is, my baby, that I've had since 2009, and it's a cracked mirror Jackson.
Wow, nice.
Randy Rhoads Flying V model, and that just plays great. Also, Carlino guitars are great. He's a guitar maker out of Massachusetts, where I'm from. And so last gig, I was playing that one, and he has some really interesting shapes, and the necks on those are really great too. So I have a little bit of a guitar addiction. I like them all.
Sure.
So,
Don't we all? Yeah.
It's hard to pick just one, but yeah.
Well, here's another question for you from J.D. Wayne. He says, how do you travel fly with your guitar?
Got a lot of Britt Lightning fans in here today.
Yes, we do.
Yay! Hi, JD. First of all, JD is awesome, and he is a painter, a rock and roll painter, and he does portraits. And he just did portraits of all the band, and we signed them. We saw him at the last show, and he's really great. But I fly with one, and I'm always careful. I gate check it or bring it on board, and then I get a backup backlined, or sometimes I bring a case that travels, and I check it, and that holds a few guitars. So. But it is challenging with fly dates. I mean, I have a really stripped down rig. I usually use a backline head because it's hard to travel with. And even though I have a really nice carry-on, a size Hughes and Kettner that I love, it's a Grandmeister tube head. So that is awesome. But usually I just get a Marshall backlined, and then I really strip down my pedal board. So I have those mini pedals now.
Yes.
And I only have like 2 of them, and then a wah, and I just keep it simple. Less is more.
Right, makes it work.
Yeah.
Here's a really nice comment from Johnny Lynn. He says, everything Britt touches turns to gold. Hardest working person in music.
He also asked, what camera do you use with your photography?
Oh, well, first of all, hi, Johnny. He's awesome. Missed you guys. I have a Nikon, and it's an older Nikon, and I actually really need to get an updated camera. So that's on the Christmas list this year.
Nice.
And I don't know what I want, actually. I know I have some friends that use Canons that take really good pictures, so I'm thinking about that, but I need to do some more research.
Okay.
But right now I do, the Nikon works, and I like to do a lot of astrophotography too, which I haven't been doing recently, so I need to get back into that.
I want to ask you one thing. I'm sorry. Did someone have
Well,
something?
Robert, a lot of male fans. Is that like higher than female fans for female rockers? How does that work?
I don't know. Maybe.
Robert Ramon says she is just a real darling.
Yes, we agree with
Oh, thank you.
And
Hi,
Jamie
Robert.
Hooper says wonderful attitude.
Yes.
A lot of good comments in here.
that. Definitely.
Oh,
Britt, I'm
thank
going to
you.
ask you kind of a tough question. You feel free to answer this. However, it's this kind of tough question, but when you think about your career, and you're currently with Vixen, is it your desire to try to, at some point, move to something bigger, or do you feel that Vixen is just where you would like to stay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking to do as much as I can, and things change, things happen. I kind of go with the flow. It's funny. I really don't. It's when you're looking for gigs and when you're looking for opportunities, I feel like they never come. But when you just kind of let go and let the universe guide you, that's when things fall in your lap. So I trust in the universe. I mean, I work hard, of course, and make my own things happen. But, I would love to continue with Vixen, of course. I have so much fun with them. I'd like to be busier with music too. I would do more shows with other bands and things like that. I want to continue to write music, and we got to just go with the flow, see where things take you. But I love, but I'm really happy where I am right now. It's amazing.
Great. I ask that because we recently saw the Iron Maidens. They were here at Rocklahoma, and there have been some female musicians transition to that band and then away from that band to bigger opportunities.
Like Nita?
Like Nita. Nita's with Alice Cooper now. And, so I just didn't know if you were, actively seeking what you would consider a bigger opportunity. But it sounds like you've got the right attitude about your current situation as well. And
You're going to be the new spaceman in Kiss.
Okay.
Space Girl.
Space Girl. Sorry.
Well,
yeah.
well,
I love it.
you were in a tribute band, what, Paradise Kitty, right?
Yeah.
I was, yes.
So
Which
did
was
you wear a top hat like Slash, or were you more like the Izzy?
I played Slash parts, but I did not wear the top hat. I like to headbang. That
Yes.
hat will not stay on. I wore glasses sunglasses at an outdoor show last weekend, and they didn't even last through like 3 chords. They were all flew right off. So the hat definitely doesn't work on stage for me.
When you get to our age, the headbanging is fun, but at our age, it starts to really hurt. So now I just try to.
I know. We call it a bang over. Yeah, it's like you
Bang over.
That's
you can't
great.
move your head at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you agreed to give us 30 minutes, and we're getting close to that time. I want to make sure people know that your website, brittlightning.com, is where they can find out everything about you, all the way from tour dates to your bio to videos of all of your amazing career achievements, with Alejandro and everybody else you've played with. And is there anything in particular that we can help you promote tonight that you'd like to just give a plug for so people know to watch out for it?
Just keep checking back for tour dates. Would love to see everybody out on the road. Would love to meet you. The rock camps are coming up as well. And that's at rockcamp.com. Follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram. I don't do Twitter or Snapchat or any of those other ones. I don't know. I don't have.
It's too much.
I can't
Agree.
It's too much. It's way too much. But anyways, I'll be posting updates there. And thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you guys for having me. It's great to see you again.
It's great to see you. We're going to try to come see you in Lawton, and when we get there, we'll say hi to you. But you guys make sure you check out Vixen this weekend in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, with Slaughter on the 17th and with Queensryche on the 18th.
Enjoy your
Now,
exploring.
wait a minute. So I have a question. So how does
Oh.
that happen? How does Vixen get to stay for both days, but the other 2 bands are different? They have to move on. You get to stay for a whole weekend.
I know, and that never happens. We never have 2 in the same. It's the best. So yeah, we don't have to move. We don't have to fly. I'm
Great.
really looking forward to it. Yeah, we got lucky.
Well, listen, we want you to enjoy your day in the caves tomorrow, so we're going to let you go.
And she's on Cameo too.
You're gonna see some stalactites and some stalagmites. And,
I am. I definitely am.
Those
yeah.
are very cool caves. You're gonna like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
I love that stuff. Yeah. it'll be fun.
Britt Lightning, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight on
Yes.
Tulsa Music Stream, and best wishes to you and all that you do.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, and same to you guys.
Thanks.
Thank
Take care.
you.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
There you go.
Sweet girl.
Yeah.
Man, she's great.
Yeah.
Oh, I love nice rock stars. It's
Look
such
at all
a
the people
treat.
that we have listening in the room.
Sandra
man.
Wonderful.
Suzuki, Oscar Corbox, I don't know, Tracy Long, Don
Don.
Hosterman, Billy Bristol,
Heck yeah.
Leslie Bailey Aldred, Tina Davey, Dustin Little, Marvin Baggett, Nick Presser, and James Derrick,
John Leuchtenberg.
and Angie K.
Guys, we can't keep doing this without your support, and we certainly thank you all for tuning in. Excuse me. Wow, that was a burp. I'll bet the mic picked that
You
up
good?
pretty good. I'm good now.
Johnny Lynn says it's great shirts and pics on her website as well, so I guess you can get
Yes.
some shirts and stuff. And
Yes, you can. I was checking it out. It's a really well done website, brittlightning.com. Make
Tina
sure you check
Davies
that out.
watching from Australia. Wish
Awesome.
Vixen would come here. Nice interview, says
Hello,
Angie
Australia.
K. Thank you, Britt. Awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you guys.
you know.
And make sure you follow Tulsa Music Stream if you would. That'd be awesome. We're going to have an interview with Paralandra. And we're also going to have the Iron Maidens on here coming up
Yes.
this next month. We're going to
Yes.
have Nikki Stringfield from the Iron Maidens.
Yep.
So if you guys like the Iron Maidens, you can tune in here and watch the interview. It's going to be just as much fun as Britt Lightning was.
It's true. And like Scott said, this Sunday, September 19th at 6 p.m. Central, we will be talking to the lovely and talented Cassandra Carson of Paralandra,
Yep.
getting caught up on all things Paralandra.
More women guests.
We like it. The girls are nice.
Sure.
It's so much
It
more.
makes the guys tune in.
It does.
That, you know what? Maybe that's been our problem.
I know. All right. Cool. We're gonna get that Pat
Sure, Rob-
Benatar chick.
Woohoo!
Razor Robert Ramon says, "You guys interviews are awesome.
Thanks
also
so much, man.
Yeah, Robert, you're awesome. Thank you for he says I share you guys in all my groups. That is so appreciated.
Thank you, dude.
That's how we grow. You know, we're kind of new at this, sort of, growing all
That's
the time.
44 episodes old.
I wanted to know,
That's
like,
true.
should have asked
You know
her.
what that is in dog years?
Don't talk about it. Go ahead, Scott.
Should have asked her any wild stories about Blackie Lawless. You know, and any
He's
interesting
probably
stories.
well, you know, he's like 70 almost. Probably he's tamed.
Well,
it
when
now.
was this though?
2006. So it's been what?
He was probably 50 then.
All right. So
And think about how wild both of you are at 50.
what are you saying?
Well,
Do you think I'm wild? I don't think I'm wild. You are you not?
I think you're too wild to tame.
I'm too wild for love.
oh my God! So there's another really cool episode we have in the can. Well, not in the can, but lined up Sunday, October 10th at 2 p.m. Eric Ferrantino, so Stephen Piercy will
Yeah,
be
Stephen
coming
Piercy's
up.
guitar player.
Yep.
Super awesome. So all kinds of good stuff. This is kind
Now,
of
if his name was Erica, it'd be another female guitar
Right.
player.
It didn't work out that way.
Well, maybe we have a month to change that. Maybe we can talk him into a life change.
Sure.
What do you
sure.
think?
Awesome.
Teresa, how was your trip? Teresa is back from the road, safe and sound. That's good news.
We should get like Grace Slick on the show.
Listen. If you build it, they will come. So you just start working on that, okay?
Okay.
I'm busy wrangling cats trying to sell a house, so you feel free to have at it, buddy.
I mean, because we need more female artists, and I was thinking like Pat Benatar maybe,
yeah.
and I don't know.
Why don't you try to get Lexi, ex-bass player of Steel Panther, and we'll ask him why he left the band.
All right, I'll send him a message.
Can you do that?
I'm gonna message like a bass player to bass player message kind of thing.
You guys can bond. That would be good.
James Bond.
Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yeah, this is a
Make
short
sure
one.
you friend us and follow us on Facebook,
YouTube,
and go to YouTube and hit subscribe. Subscribe.
And the 1 millionth viewer gets something really special. So let us know when you get there.
Yeah. And
we'll be dead by then.
anyway, thanks for tuning in. We are the Tulsa Music Stream, but we are Tulsa Music Stream.
I mean, we can be the Tulsa Music Stream
Yeah,
too.
we'll be whatever you want us to be.
You can always tell when the pressure's off after the interview's over. Then everybody just gets a little cray on here.
No,
A
you
little
know.
nutty. Anyway, so thank you guys. We'll be back here again this Sunday, September 19th at 6 p.m. with Cassandra Carson of Paralandra. We love you. We thank you for your support on Tulsa Music Stream. Have a great rest of the week. You all take care of yourselves.
Vixen.
Bye.